from the Chloe Sanctuary in our rapidly filling up socialization room. It's too hot to go outside, of course. We're in the desert summer here, so Cecil is saying hello with a new ball. Is that your new ball? You want to beat Bob with it? Do you? You do? Yep. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to work different controls today because one of our moderators couldn't make it. So we have with us today Lucy and Baba Lou and the Sugar Bird. Sugar Bird. Sugar Bird. And Pippa? I hear you over there. Okay, this is Snowball. And the bird with no head, that happens to be Jasmine. Well, she has a head, but you just can't see it. And KK's over there trying to see what he can get into. That's his little box area. Not something I'd recommend for everybody. Because if you give them, I hear you, Sugar Bird. If you give them a place to nest, they can become aggressive. That's not the way it's working with him right now. So it actually works the other way around. He's not as aggressive if he has a place to go. But I wouldn't do that unless I knew what I was doing. Sometimes you wonder, though. Do you know? Hey! Let's not fight. Bob? You guys. Cecil. That's not funny, Bob. That's not funny. You don't steal his toy. Come on, Cecil. Come on. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Falcon Sue. Hey, guys. Let's see. Oh, there we go. You know, are you a hooligan down there? Is that a hooligan bird? Come on up. Oh, you want to beat me with wood today? Okay, well, that's... Ouch! You know what? I was trying to help you, you big toad. Come here. Trying to help you get up on my foot, not eat my sock. We're definitely going to have some shenanigans with these guys today, aren't we? We are. Bob, what are you looking at, you big silly? Well, Eleanor will be here shortly. Thanks. Yeah. She's gonna be here. It's just Amy couldn't make it today, so. What are you doing? Oh boy, he needs help, doesn't he? Yeah, Sugar says he needs help. I've got Cecil out on a mission, and I got Bob trying to take over the chair, and Sugar begging for beak pets. Pet my beak, pet my beak. Now, this is something that she likes, but you got to be careful doing that with birds. You have to know the bird and know if it's going to make them have mating behavior. It doesn't do that to Sugar, so she likes to have her beak pet, but it doesn't get her overly excited. She gets upset if she doesn't get some beak pets, but I think Cecil's working on going over and preening Jasmine, but she was preening herself, and she's not ready for that yet. You can tell by her eyes being kind of oval. Snowball, I think, is just tired from his new cage. He likes that big cage, so. Don't you, big boy? So I'm sleeping. And KK is busy on playing in his box. He sure has. Yes, I talked about the KK bird. I said KK. Yeah, I did. Thanks, Falcon Sue. Yeah, it's really changed a lot. We got big enough cages for most of the birds. Of course, the right size cage is 40 miles by 40 miles, but at least the time they're in their cage, they can play. And this guy, he has been just going nuts in there, throwing frisbees around and walking upside down on top of the cage. You awake now over there, Jazzy Jazzbird? Huh, Jazzy Jazzbird? Jazzman. Sea salt. Hey, sea salt. Yeah. Sly look back at me. Hi. Hi, Cecil. I think I may have left it. I've got a strange TV that Romeo watches. And if I forget to check the volume on a particular show when I put a movie, when I put it on for him, sometimes they get pretty loud. So it looks like that was a little too loud, but he won't mind. He's louder than the TV, so. Oh, I'm doing okay. I came in here with Cause because I'm working on trying to get her not so aggressive. She's aggressive to three other birds right now. This is all territoriality, and so I'm trying to. So I come in here and then I take a nap. So I don't. She sits next to me, but I don't pet her. Which, in other words, I'm trying to get her less territorial. She can sit next to me, but she's not getting petted. So I just take a nap and have her sit with me. I can't drink caffeine anymore, so I've broken the habit, but that means that when I get tired, I have to go to sleep. Before I used to, I got this to do, I got that to do. Now I just take a half-hour nap or whatever. So I woke up, I turned the alarm off, like, oh, I almost missed the meeting. Yeah, the one that's the best bar breaker, I only saw part of it. Here is Cecil, he's the bar breaker. I'm lucky to have a California cage, which has the bead welds on it. I didn't catch all that conversation. Now, that's part of the problem of the way that this is set up. Comment only lasts about 5 seconds on the screen. Hey, Aaron. Godzilla, that's a great name for a bird. Hi, Eleanor. Thanks for helping out today. Hey, what are you doing out there, Pip Pip? Peppa. Pip Pip. Pip Pip. Hey, dirty birds, how's it going? Bob. So KK's, he's not what I would call a full flock member because he doesn't get along with everybody. Well, he gets along, but he doesn't approach anyone. He's not getting preened by anyone yet. He still won't let Cecil do it. Cecil keeps trying. Cecil will eventually win out. He's like a concierge at a hotel. When somebody new comes in here, he shows them the ropes. Yeah, now he's going to preen Jazzy. Jasmine's getting preened. But he's doing great. And I was told that of course, you get told this a lot. Oh, he bites. Well, he hasn't bitten me yet, and he's been here a long time. But I see the signs, and I can look at him and tell what his behavior is going to be for the next 5 or 10 seconds, just by watching his feather position and everything. So But he is a sweet guy. He's a good boy. It's just he's a hi Anna Marie. Hi. Um, he's a good boy. He's a really good boy. But having to do that beak, the lower portion of his beak, he's got scissor beak. So, like once a week, I have to take him back there and do that. And then I try to do his nails at the same time. And of course, he's like, I don't want my nails done. So it's always a 10-minute fight to get the nails done. And I can do his beak in just a couple, and that's hard work. You have to put the Dremel on high and well, chewed the bars, broken the bars, or just chewed them. There's the question. If it's just chewing, I like the King's cages myself, and the larger ones for umbrellas, but they're expensive and they're still tack welded. You broke them. Oh boy. If they're breaking bars, were these? I wonder how big. If they're smaller bars, like the little tiny quarter-inch bars or something, it probably won't work. You'll have to go to a bigger cage with thicker bars. But even that's questionable because Cecil took a King's cage and started pulling the bars off of it. And we're talking the big one, the old 507s now. Oh, okay. You got a bigger one now? Okay, good. Well, I hope that works. It's tough. When you get, with Cecil, it's not a question of being upset either. He does it just because he can. He's like, oh, good. I can break this cage. He's even done it to a few of the welds on the California cage, but that's because it went through our fire that we were in. So, likes his paper and his blankie. That's cool. Yeah, but he does. That was Chloe's old cage that he's in, and there really isn't anything else. I used to have a round cage, which I don't recommend using, but for his night cage. Now they're cages. They're all in big enough cages where they can stay in the same cage, and they get out every day. The main point of having separate cages for sleeping is for protection, but none of these guys are prone to having night frights. I'm lucky there. Yeah, it's just like anybody who's leaving a home. If you go from one cage to another. Beak rubbing is usually a mating behavior, but some birds just do it because it's kind of a habit or something they like to do. So every bird's a study of one, that's for sure. Right, Bob? Bob says, I'm a study of one, all right. That's the thing. Behaviors, there are certain behaviors you know what they mean. If a male umbrella or even a male Moroccan fans their tail, well, that's a mating behavior. They don't do that just for fun. But sometimes they'll bang on wood with their beak when they're not. It's not a mating behavior, but it can be. So, yeah, every behavior you have to analyze it according to the circumstances and the bird. So, now KK, I'll give him about a minute if he starts banging on my hand with his beak, and then I'll redirect his attention. You don't want to snap him out of it too fast. So, right, Bob? Right, Bob? Oh, we're just glad you're here, kiddo. Right, Lucy? Loose bird, loose bird, loose bird. Lucy, ow. Okay. Bob, you've done it to me again. In just 10 minutes, I can't lean forward without getting stabbed. It's all right. Stay there. Oh, no, you don't. No, I can't bring Lucy over, can I? Not unless I put you in the temporary holding cage over there. Yeah, don't you laugh at me. It's not funny. Feels better now that Amy and Eleanor are here. Yeah. I'm still being prompted to pet someone. I wonder why that is. Do I have to pet that beak? Do I? Are you happy now? You chased everybody off the chair, you big toad? I would say they don't make great pets. They make good companion animals if you can devote yourself to them. But there's a lot to that devotion, isn't there? If I don't pet this one's beak, if I don't get her over on my chest for a while, if Bob doesn't get to do a little bit of digging and chewing, Pippa, you have to, several times a day, you have to say her name or sing her little Pippa song, which is just the Camptown ladies with, you know, pip, 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 Pippa, Pippa. Oh, she's ignoring me. She would really be asleep. No, you're just ignoring me up there? You're looking at me. Okay. Jasmine has to sit on me. She has to sit on me for about 20 minutes in one of these socialization sessions, or when I try to take her out. So she'll pretend she's going to bite me. She just pretends. She doesn't really do it. She's just showing her displeasure that so I make sure she gets to have her time. KK has to sit with me for at least 20 minutes after everybody else is out of the room. He's not that comfortable with the other birds, so he waits for me to take them out, and then he comes over and sits on my lap. Snowball. Yeah, Snowball likes that time too. So just before I take everybody out, I try to get him to sit with me for a little while. He likes that much. And this one down here likes to snuggle with me, Cecil, but he likes to beat me with things too. So Cecil, you have wings, you know. Cecil, you have wings. Yeah, yeah. But he also sits with his head twisted around and looks straight up at me with the kind of look that'll melt your heart. So he's a real pleasure to be around. Bob's a good boy. Is Bob a good boy? He's the hardest one to deal with. He's easy to deal with in that he he likes me, and you never have to worry about him coming after. He's never going to come after me for anything, but he's too territorial. He's typical Triton, and he just doesn't want to give up the area around me. So you have to watch him because he'll go flying at another bird. Lucy, I know you can't come out. Yeah, she's looking like, why are you calling me? Well, the thing is, when you move a bird to another cage, I can see some of your messages. I have to try to keep my face on the screen, which is hard to do because I have birds dragging my attention. But when you move them to another cage, sometimes they don't like it. I moved Pippa into one that was a slightly bigger cage. It was taller. Um, it had more actual space inside, but she didn't like it. I had to put another cage that's a little bit smaller um, in there with it's got these rope perches that have four ends to them, and you attach them, so it makes kind of an area to stand on rather than just one rope across. It's actually two ropes that are. Anyway, I'll have to show you a picture of it, but if you haven't seen one. But she wanted that cage, so. Hi, Sean. How you doing? But when I made the switch this time, everybody liked the new cage, so I moved three birds into new cages. upping their size of the cage they were in. What are you doing over there? And they all liked it. Sea salt, sea salt, sea salt, sea salt, sea salt. He's up on the windowsill, and that's not a good thing. Cecil, Cecil, you can't see if they're chewing on something. He doesn't usually do that over there, but Cecil. All right, what can I get his attention with? Oh, there you are. Hi, what are you doing? Now, he opened the curtain to look at me. What are you doing over there? Just looking outside, huh? He sure is, but that's bizarre that he just moved the curtain so he could see me. Cecil the bird. Okay, Bob, you've gotten so much wood under me. It feels like I'm on a bed of nails. It's all right. I'm not mad at you. I never get mad at you anyway. Sometimes I will put you up, but I don't get mad at you. Can't have you eating the other birds. They aren't that tasty anyway, kid. I don't know what he's up to over there. Hey, you. Did you want some more beak pets? Well, come. Oh, that you got to move back a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, there you go. Bob, what are you doing? Yeah, I've kind of moved the cooking with Kazi over to YouTube now because you can't really. It's kind of difficult to put it up on Instagram where I had it. It always has to go in as a live stream, and then you don't do anything else. So I think the next thing I'm gonna cook is one of the things I've made for them before, which is peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter is actually pretty good for them, and if you put in, obviously, if I put in pellets as part of the flour, it has a good amount of nutrition in it too. Of course, peanut butter is just protein and fat, which isn't bad for them as a combination at one time. But then you throw in the pellets that they're used to the flavor of the pellets, so it doesn't bother them. What are you doing over there? Cecil, Cecil, Cecil. What are you doing? There's that Cecil eye. What are you doing? There's lots of little things that I make for them. When we were in that temporary location, I really couldn't use the stove much, so or the oven. The oven was always piled full of all kinds of things like pans and pot. You had to pull all that stuff out just to use the oven. But here I can bake to my heart's content. So next thing is going to be the peanut butter cookies. You can use crunchy if they like it. It's okay. Just don't use the organic. On peanut butter, it's organic. They don't usually on the organic stuff. They don't generally add any oil to it. And so it's if you take it and you just put some in your mouth and then swish it around a little bit and try to swallow it, you'll see it'll gag you. Um, so the organic doesn't work that well. At least I haven't found an organic yet that does. So I use Skippy. These guys will eat the crunchy, but they prefer the creamy one. So, and since I use it to mix, um, this one over here gets her medicine in the peanut butter now because she was getting to be just too complicated to just use the syringe. So, you try to shoot it down her throat, and then she'd find ways to cough it back up. So, to make sure she gets the right dose, she gets it in her peanut butter. But I use Skippy. They don't get that much of it that it's going to hurt them anyway. So there's a little bit of salt in there. That's probably the biggest issue. And even organic, they usually put salt. You having fun? I'm sitting on wooden nails. See, I got wooden nails. That's what they're like. But you're having fun, aren't you? KK, are you down there? KK. 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 Hmm. You fall asleep in there, KK? What are you doing? I see a little bit of a tail, I think. I can't tell if it's paper or a tail. No, it's tail. He's just ignoring me. Babaloo. Baba 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 babaloo. 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 The frenzied destruction of wood. That's what Bob's into. Cecil, what are you up to? Hi, Cecil. Hi, Cecil. Hello. What are you doing? The sun's pretty warm. I don't know if I'd want to sit in it. Yeah, check out our merchandise. There's a lot of cool stuff for the summer. Cecil, you're a nut. Jasmine. No, she's going to ignore me. Cecil, what are you doing over there? Hi, Lisa. Yeah, I had to start the meeting using the YouTube app so I can sometimes see your messages. We usually do this through Zoom, so. What are you doing? What are you doing? Snowball. 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 Yeah, I think he's getting a kick out of taunting me over there, looking through the curtains when I call him. Cecil. You can just see his shadow. Cecil. 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 And now he's playing with the curtains. Cecil. Cecil. There he goes. Hi, Cecil. Hi, boy. What a character he is. Cecil. He's got like 6 personalities in one in that bird. Yep. All of them entertaining, right, Cecil? He just holds the curtains open with his foot. Hi, Cecil. He is. He's a great bird, aren't you, Cecil? Cecil. Hello, baby. Hello. Looks like he's trying to figure out what you can see from the other side of the curtain. He's trying to move the curtain out. Yep, he is. There he is. What you doing, Cecil? Cecil bird. Hey, what are you doing over there? No chewing. No, there you go. Oh, you're just climbing down. Okay, sorry. He was just trying to get a grip on something, and he's figured that he can do that with a curtain. Cecil, you are something else. I haven't figured out what yet. Come here. Come here, Cecil. What are you doing? Hi, Cecil. Are we exploring today? Are you going to eat my shoe or are you going to climb up? Bob, leave him alone. Babaloo, get up here. Come on, Cecil. Come on, Cecil. Come on, big boy. There you go. Just have to get. You just have to get involved in everything, don't you? Hmm? Yeah, he has that casual kind of saunter when he walks. Or KK has the saunter and two other walks normally. So I don't think anybody knows the answer to who lives longer. I'm pretty sure the greater sulfurs live a long time. Umbrellas live a long time. Um, I don't think anyone knows. And you can't tell by captivity either. You'd have to check that out in the wild. And I know there's nobody out there tagging umbrellas to see how long they live. So I think with the greater sulfurs in Australia, it's their life their life depends on how many trash cans they can open. Yeah, I get a kick. I can't think of his name now, but that I've got him on my subscription list. But the one that sits out with the wild cockatoos. uh, I wonder how many of those also open trash cans. I don't know if anyone. You probably all heard that the great methodology they're using to try to keep the cockatoos from opening the trash cans is putting a hey putting a brick on the top of them. But it depends on how many cockatoos go to open the lid, because usually they work in pairs to open them. Sometimes they do it by themselves. But Jim, yeah, there you go, Jim. Too common a name. Well, couldn't remember it. Although it's probably said something more like Jim. Um, they are way too smart. There's that one video of graders sliding down a roof. I forget what they were using, but they had something that they carried up to the roof. They get on it and slide down like they're going down, like it's like they're snowboarding or something. It's funny. I mean, and then they do it again. They go pick it up, put it back up there, and slide down again. And they share the same object. They're amazing animals, amazing creatures. Creatures. Are you a creature? No, it says I'm Cecil. Cecil. Yeah, did you guys see the video where the where the one cockatoo and is going along the banner where they have these little spikes put up to keep the birds from landing there? He's just pulling it out. He just pulls the whole thing out. It looks like fun, doesn't it, Bob? Did you have fun looking out the window over there? Did you? Oops. Did you have fun? Hmm? Yeah, how you doing, big sweetheart? Yeah, it's. I'll see if I can find it and post it. Link to it. It's. And yeah, I can't speak today. The other one where that's what happens if I take a nap right before the meeting. With Cause sitting next to me, where they're in the park these people are in a park and this bird is sitting on the water fountain, and it's obviously indicating it wants them to turn the water on. And they finally figure it out, and it takes a drink, and then it sits there like, come on, do it again. And they find, I think he wants us to do it again. It's so obvious what he's doing. It takes the poor humans a while to figure it out. Yeah, that whole thing reminds me of the Parrots of Cockatoo Hill, or Cockatoo Hill, Telegraph Hill, up in San Francisco, where Mark Bittner got to know all the cherry-headed conures. And because they do have such distinct personalities. The one I was petting, you mean Cecil? This guy? That's Cecil. Hmm. I didn't know that was on a CD. What are you doing down there, kid? Oh, he's everything, this bird. Aren't you, boy? Are you trying to steal his toy? Well, he's not playing with his toy, but you get it and it just ends up on the floor or something. No, don't hide it down there. It's his toy. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Babaloo. Bob is forever trying to steal Cecil's toys. It's a game they have. But they don't have much of a sense of smell, so I'm not sure how much they get from trying to smell something. They have incredible eyesight. They only have about 300 taste buds. We have 3,300, and we use them to buy junk food or to eat junk food. Get out of there. Bob, I don't want you to take his toy. So, stop it. Oh, you haven't heard one so far. It's much better now. It's pretty rare that she sneezes. No, Bob. Quit trying to steal his toy. Yeah, she is not sneezing much anymore. Once in a while, she'll get into a little sneezing fit, but the doc was saying that probably in time she would just get better. But I was doing air flushes, but I stopped doing that a few days ago, and weight's normal, poop looks good, behavior's what you'd expect. So, Bob, what am I going to do with that face? What am I going to do with that face? Huh? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. I'm sorry. Hi. Hi, Cecil. Yeah, changing their food is easier on Amazons usually than on cockatoos. You would think you were trying to shoot them or something when they looked at their food like, what is this? You brought me a trash bin. When you start to change their food, but I'm glad you could switch them to pellets. It's much better. They still need to get some fresh food here and there, but I give them their mash. The main reason I made mash was because of this guy, but whoops. So the only thing about this YouTube app itself is that You have to keep your camera just in the right position or it cuts you off. Now, these guys, they can be hungry. You give them something they're not seen before, they won't eat it. Of course, with Amazons, you put a toy in their cage they're not used to. Usually they freak out about that, where a cockatoo will be like, oh, it's a toy. So because each species has peculiarities, and then you have lots of peculiarities in the way of Cecil. Cecil's he's a peculiar bird, but he's cute. You want this? No. Usually, if you offer him a toy, he just throws it away. He has to pick it up on his own. You nut. Oh, I didn't mean to bump you. No, I didn't. Bob, you're not going to get his toy. Bob does not want his toy. Bob wants to throw his toy away. That's what he's trying to do. I know this because Cecil knows this. Right, Cecil? Well, who do we have here? Hi, KK. Hi, KK. He's hello. He started doing this now. Hi, KKK. Nope, you're not going to do it. To grab Bob because he's like, nobody's going to get into my area. It's not your area. You don't own it. Yes, I do. KK, you're a nut. You're a nut down there, kid. Trying to get an angle without having this app freak out. But yeah, this is something Bob does not like. He does not like anybody getting around the chair. You don't own the chair. No, you don't. You don't own the chair. Nope. Bob, no. Babaloo, get back over here. You were perfectly happy until he came over. Yep, uh-huh. Got to watch him because he'll go after him and he'll lose the battle. He is really a super chicken. Yeah, you look tough. You look tough, but you're not. No, do not look over the edge of the chair. Ah, now I have to corral Bob. Oh boy, you know you're a good bird. You're a good bird. You're just territorial. I'm being kicked right now. Hey, Bob. Now they're just hanging out, half asleep up there. Cecil's preening. Lucy would love to come over. Bob won't let her. I have to put Bob up to get her over here now because Bob's just being mean to her for no good reason, Babaloo. I can hear KK and feel KK whacking my shoe with his foot as he digs. Bob, I don't want you throwing the toy away. I know what you're going to do with it. No, I don't want to pick it up off the floor. No, Babaloo. Bob, you're not going to play with that toy. I know you. Uh-huh. You get back over here. Go on. No. He positions himself where he could take a dive off the chair, and then he's going to get himself in a lot of trouble. Not with me. KK's not going to put up with him chasing him. KK will come right back. He's not going to go after anybody anymore, but if they come after him, he will defend himself, and Bob will not. He'll run away like a small child who's just seen a monster. Yeah. Run away, run away. When danger rears its ugly head, Babaloo will bravely flee. Bob. Hi, Bob. Lost the Bob. Yeah. With friends like that, you don't need any enemies. Yeah, but that's true. At least he's more social than Pippa is. Pippa will let Snowball get close to her. Well, if she's sitting on my lap, she'll sit next to Lucy and she'll sit next to Lorelei. Snowball, she definitely doesn't have a problem with at all. But Bob, anybody, with the exception of Cecil. Yeah, a children's book, that would be kind of cute. Bob, you want to star in a children's book? Hmm? I definitely need an illustrator for that, though. I did make a children's book a long time ago with Chloe. It was called Chloe Builds a Nest. But maybe I'll put that up for you guys to see, and then see if I can do another one. Bob, what do you think? What about a children's book, Bob? Bob? Don't look at that. You just want to throw it on the floor. Any toy that is specifically Cecil's, he just tries to throw it off my lap. You. What are you doing? You're impossible. You are an impossible bird. Bob, quit looking down there. He can sit under the chair. He isn't bothering you. He isn't. Bob, he's not bothering you. He isn't. He's not bothering you. Are you going to talk to me about it? What are you going to say? I don't want to go chasing it for when he wants it. And you're just going to throw it away. I could give you a piece of wood. You want a piece of wood? You'd be nice. Uh-oh, I dropped it on the floor. Yeah. No, don't do it. There's your piece of wood. Yeah. There you go. No, don't throw it on the floor, please. You're a good bird, but you're exasperating. Oh, now I've got KK kicking my foot, and Bob up here was kicking. What are you doing now? Back over here. No. See, you can see it where he positions himself. He's trying to see KK so he can go make an attack. No. And he's breathing. You can see too that he's breathing pretty hard. Well, he stopped doing it. He was breathing pretty hard there too, which is his way of saying he's ready to go. You're just a big chicken. Oh, now you're going to kick. Okay. You're just a big. Oh, no, no, no. You know, you are the best at that kind of thing, making it look like you're doing something else. Do you want to go into the timeout cage? Do you? Yeah, he's breathing pretty hard too. That's his typical. I'm going to go get somebody breathing pattern. Most birds you can't tell when they're going to get aggressive by breathing, but you can with him. You'll just see his chest going up and down. Right, Bob? Why don't you just eat my finger? Wouldn't that be better? No? You won't eat my finger? Come here. Come here. Come sit on my. This is it. No. I'm trying to get him to sit on my chest. He tries to climb up to my shoulder so he can jump down there and go get him. I know what you're doing. You're not going to, you'll eventually end up going into the timeout cage if you keep it up, but I don't want you to. No, I don't. I don't want Bob to go in the timeout cage. Because I like having Bob on my lap. Nut. You're just a nut. You can see yourself now. What do you think about that? Who is that? Is that Nutty Bob? Is that the Nutty Bob? He generally doesn't do well seeing humans in the phone, but if it's him, he can tolerate it. I don't think he has any clue why he's seeing himself, though. Is it a mirror, Bob? No, Rico's probably just having fun. Sometimes what's fun for them isn't necessarily fun for us. When Cecil's whacking me on the head, it can get a little much sometimes. Well, he's doing something. The thing with Bob is he's busy doing this, but quite often he's thinking about how he can jump on the floor. So Bob's a brat too, aren't you, Bob? He's doing a pretty good job of preening Cecil, but well, hair clips probably look really odd to them too. Like, what the heck is that doing there? And even if you have something that's a similar color, it's not the same to them. They can tell the difference. Something that doesn't belong there. It's like scabs on your arms. I'm pretty good at stopping them before they pull them off, but boy, it doesn't belong there. They're going to try to fix it. Right, Bob? I heard that. I heard it. I heard you go. When you do that, that's not. Don't you laugh at me. No. Okay. I got to switch this phone around. Get. There. Well. You're not going on the floor. No. No. You're not going on the floor. Sometimes I spend an hour or more just keeping Bob from attacking someone who's not in an area he doesn't like. Right, Bob? Yeah, huh? Hi, KK. Hello. Hi, KK. Oh, KK. Yes, you are a good boy. Hi, KK. Hey, baby. Hi, KK. Oh, yeah, pointing the phone at you. I'm sorry. It's all right, KK. It's not going to bite you. What are you laughing about? Bob, he's out of your area now. Are you okay? Are you okay now? Hmm? All right. Ah. I can turn my Bob monitoring skills off for a while. Oh, good boy. Yes, you are a good boy. Yes, you are a good boy. KK's a good boy. KK's a good boy. Lucy, he'll get over here in a bit. I'll have to put Bob into. Bob does not mind being in the timeout cage. If you put him back in the other room, though, he gets upset. So he'll play in there. He's got toys. He'll play. But Lucy wants to sit on my lap, and he's not going to allow that. Hi, KK. What's up? What's up, KK? KK Bird. KK Bird. No, I'm not letting you get down there, Bob. KK Baba Lou. Yeah, I know. Pretend you're not doing anything. I know the routine. If you throw that wood down there, okay, that's all right. Ah, boy. Hi, KK. Yeah, KK might have acclimated to everybody else a little faster if Bob wasn't in the room, but he's got to get used to Bob eventually at some point. As long as I can keep Bob from starting a fight. Hey, KK, how you doing? Now he's over in the area again. Bob? KK is just kicking his feet around down there. It's all right. Babaloo. You are not the night watchman, okay? You don't have a little watchman's thing that you have to punch at every station. Get over here. Ah, don't laugh at me. Now, this is unusual with him, too. He never used to lunge at Lucy, but now he does. So I have to have him in the timeout cage when I have her out. It's not like she's done anything. He'll even occasionally preen her, though, which is amazing. Yeah, he does. He's got a really sardonic little laugh. Right, Bob? Yeah, he'll even preen her sometimes, but then just all of a sudden he'll try to knock her off my lap. But she's getting better about defending herself, and that's actually kind of dangerous because if she starts defending herself, then Bob will try to get a little courage up until she finally lunges at him, and then he'll go flying. I just don't want that situation to occur. But I think I will probably, once we get done with the recording, I'll probably bring her over and see if I can manage him for 5 or 10 minutes and keep him from knocking her off my lap. If she'll come over, it's up to her. I'm not going to force her over here. She hasn't said pretty bird yet, so she's not set on coming over yet. All right? All right. What, Seesaw? Uh-huh. I know why you moved to that side. He's a trickster. Be gentle, Bob. That's better. When he goes to go after KK, it will be so fast. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Hey, that's not going to work. He'll backpedal and then just jump right off backwards and then go after him. So So far, I've kept him from doing it for the last week. So, nope, nope, nope. Don't you laugh at me. I love your laugh, but don't laugh at me. Of course, he has no idea why I'm saying that, but. Well, folks, thanks for being here. I'm going to see if I can get Lucy over here. I need two hands to do that. So, thank you for watching. Thanks, Amy and Eleanor, for moderating. And we'll see you all again on Wednesday. I hope. Thanks, Michelle, Aaron. Thanks. Thanks for being here.